da, blant, sut o'i ti heddiw? I cannot believe this is the last Welsh Assembly of the whole of the school year. It's gone so fast and so much has happened. And before we sing our first song, I would just like to say to our Year 6s who are going to their new schools and won't be back in Lichard, have a really good summer, take care, stay safe and enjoy your new school. Mwynhaiwch, enjoy. Shall we start by singing Mae'n Braf Bwyta? Barod? Today I would read you a story called Going to the Match. Now in this story there are lots of places in Wales, and maybe now that we're allowed to travel, you may be visiting some of these places over the summer holidays, or maybe you've already been. See if you can recognise any of the places, and maybe when you're out on your travels you can have a look for the Welsh names of places. Going to the Match. Here's the map of Wales. And we will be able to, there's Cardiff there, Caerdydd, Llanelli, and we'll be able to follow the journey of where this story takes us. Let's see. Today was the football semi-final in Aberystwyth. Carmarthen Town were playing Bangor City. Bethan and Gareth's dad was driving the Carmarthen bus team. "Oh, it's too early to get up," said Bethan. "Oh, Mum, it's miles and miles away." "Oh, but you'll really enjoy it," insisted Mrs. Roberts. "And anyway, Aberystwyth isn't that far from us here in Llanelli. We'll be there in a couple of hours. We're picking up your friend Amin in 10 minutes, said Dad. "Don't forget the map and the picnic." Driving along the M4 motorway towards Carmarthen, Bethan and her mum followed the map. Suddenly, 2 police cars came zooming past. "Oh, I wonder if it's a police chase," said Amin. After a few miles, they stopped at Pont Abram service station to pick up some of the football team. Have you ever stopped there if you've gone to West Wales, boys and girls? The car park was full of lorries, coaches, vans and cars. The next stop was Carmarthen to pick up the rest of the team. On the bridge into the town, the coach get held up. Could you see Carmarthen there, look? The traffic moved slowly like a long line of snails. When they finally arrived at the football club, Tommy, the team manager, said, "I thought you'd forgotten us." The road became narrower and more wiggly. They passed Pencader and Llandysul and finally reached the coast at Synod Inn. I remember this very well. My daughter spent 4 years in Aberystwyth and I used to pass this every time I went to visit her. At the junction, they turned right, heading north. "Are we far from Aberystwyth now?" asked Bethan. "First is Aberaeron, then Aberystwyth is the next town, about 20 miles further on," answered her mum. Look at the coast, boys and girls, can you see? Dyma'r môr, there's the sea. After Aberaeron, the coach crawled slowly up the twisty coast road towards Aberystwyth. "Oh, look at that view," gasped Mrs. Roberts. As the coach reached the outskirts of Aberystwyth, Bethan asked, "Ble mae'r môr? Where's the sea?" "First things first, Bethan. How do we get to the football ground?" asked Mr. Roberts. Bethan looked carefully at the map. "Straight down the hill. Turn left at the roundabout, Dad," she said. Dyma'r môr, there's the sea. The family left Tommy and his team at the football club and then walked towards the sea. "I'm starving," complained Gareth. "Where should we go for our picnic?" asked Mam. "The beach," said Bethan. "The castle," said Gareth. "Oh, the harbour," said Amin. Down at the harbour, the water was wild and grey. "Is that a palace up there?" asked Bethan. "No, that's the National Library of Wales," said Mam, smiling. "Llyfrgell is library." "They must have lots of books in it," said Amin. They had a picnic behind the walls of Aberystwyth Castle, overlooking the old college. Then Bethan and Amin wanted to go on the beach to play in the rock pools. On the promenade, Gareth raced on ahead. By the pier, Gareth and Amin looked through the telescope. "Oh, that's the Cliff Railway," said Mr. Roberts. "I've been on there. It's a really good journey and you've got beautiful views at the top." It was almost 2:00, 2 gloch, and time to go to the match. "The quickest way to the football ground is through the town past the railway station," said Mr. Roberts. Gorsaf yw station. The centre of Aberystwyth was busy. There was no time to linger because the game was about to start. The first half of the match was very exciting. "Come on, town," shouted Mr. Roberts loudly. "Shh, Dad," said Bethan. "I can't see anything," grumbled Gareth. Then Carmarthen